And welcome, Daytona International Speedway, the Holla Duel at Daytona for the Iron Thunder Racing League Premier Series presented by Fort Worth Screen Printing. Cars lining up on the grid at the moment. Going to be led off by the 03 of Kevin Hash. Two is outside. Going to be the 87 of Raymond Rittenauer. Inside of row number 2, the 84 Christopher Gale. 2 is outside. The 43 of Kelvin Mosher. Inside row number 3, the 88 of Josh Ball. To the outside of the 3 machine, it'll be another Virginia driver. The 3 of BJ Hash. The inside of row number 4, the 66 of John Garrett. The outside, the 33 Struckmaster.com, CRT Small Engine Repair, Wilson Farms, Chevrolet of Josh Cully, the 18 of Randall Codwell. Starting inside number 5. The outside of him will be the 96 of Jackson Roudabush. Field out 2x2. I do apologize. Ticker getting away from us there for a second. Getting ready to go green flag as the cars file their way down the back straightaway. This is the first of our 2 duels here tonight. Duel number 2 will follow this one right here after a short practice stint. Have you ready for duel number 2? Right now, Kevin Hash and Raymond Rittenauer getting ready to bring us to green here to open in season 6. Green is out. And we are hammered down. Just a few cars up to full song. '84 Christopher Gale. Oh, we got one around. Like maybe the 3 of BJ Hash, the 33 of Josh Cully going to be involved in our first caution. Going to fly before we get back. Crash here, maybe possibly starting around the 33 machine. Thought we had one start with. Is the reason for the caution. Oh, 18 of Codwell, nowhere to go. Already some takers on pit road. First caution. On board with the 63. Able to stay off with the back end of the 78 of Patrick Langley. He'll get through there clean and green. Kevin Hash, your leader, followed by the 84 of Christopher Gale. Raymond Rittenauer third, fourth Josh Ball, right out the top five. The 43 of Kelvin Mosier. One to go. You look at the fancy pace car. Ford Mustang has been retired. New pace vehicle out in front. I'm not even sure what it is. Nonetheless, it looks good. Yeah, Superman themed 84 Christopher Gale gonna restart on the outside. Tripper Glitter 03 Chevrolet on that inside of Kevin Hash out of Woodlawn, Virginia. Getting ready to go back to battle here. Tuesday Night Thunder. And Kevin Hash is hammered down. As the fifth lap goes up on the board, 36 laps to go. Front four quickly gets single file. I'll leave John Garrett at 66 up there, no man's land. He'll drop back in line. 78 of Patrick Langley. He'll be the first to go back outside. Matt Cherry, Patrick Langley trying to get something going on that outside lane. Now the 43 of Kelvin Mosier. He'll take a peek up there. Tuck back down inside behind the 88 of Josh Ball. Through the tribal. Heading into turn number one. Field all but Patrick Langley. Now all single file. Here as duel number one. Heads down the back straightaway on lap 6 of 40. 35 circuits remain. And the racer in these guys, they can't keep her single file. They'll have some tucking out. Oh, the 18 of Randall Codwell, 78 of Patrick Langley. Big crash, big damage for Langley in that 78 machine. Here goes the replay. Already damaged for Codwell. It looks like just misjudged it on the 78. .48 of Matt Cherry. Got a piece of it and still take a look at .48 of Cherry. He was fighting her all the way through, and then BJ Hash comes along and tags him. Send Cherry through the grass. Pace cars finally caught up with the field. Kevin Hash, Ray Rittenauer, Christopher Gale, Josh Ball, Kelvin Mosier, your top 5. Stone Pallet, Patterson, Alex Bottom, John Garrett, Adam Schroen, Bailey Curry round out your top 10. Doubled up behind the iRacing.com pace car. We'll take the green with 31 laps to go from Daytona National Speedway. Again, this is the first of 2 qualifying dual races. lengthy pace laps here at Daytona. Back green. Kevin Hash shot out of a cannon. To lead him, Rittenauer in tow. Caution back out. Oh, hard hit there for the Strutmaster's machine. Go possibly from the chopper cam. Like he was sucked over. Cars. Ever so little bit of a touch. Cars get sucked together. On pit road. Lap 12 on the board. Alex Bottom electing to stay out in that Toyota. He'll inherit the lead. looking for that green flag as they file out of turn number 4. Bottom on the bottom, hot on the top. Make up that first row. And row number 2, Rittenhour and Hash. Green back out on the speedway. Bottom with a decent restart there. They jump out there now. 03 of Kevin Hash tucked in behind him. Tires not much of a factor in the past. Traditionally at super speedways. Especially here in Daytona. We have seen so far. Cars do not tolerate too much of a push. Tron having a little trouble. The moment seems like everybody's starting to settle down. We'll click off some laps here. Lap 20 or 16 on the board, 25 to go. Bailey Curry sneaking his way up in the top 10, just outside the top 5. The front end damage on that machine, so they'll hamper him out in open air. Like he is fairly okay tucked in behind the other car. Lead pack of about 8 cars hanging on together here. Navigating some slower traffic. Curry up there in no man's land. Tress and I will jump up there and try to work with him. While we are working lap 20, give a huge shout out to league sponsor Fort Worth Screen Printing, coming on board to be the title sponsor of the Iron Thunder League Premier Series here for season number 6. If you've got any promotional product screen printing needs, hit them up, check them out. $100, anything over $100 equals free shipping. You're halfway in duel number 1, courtesy Fort Worth Screen Printing. They also jumped on board to sponsor the Rush Series, the Athens Screen Printing Iron Thunder Racing League Rush Series. Just kicked off its season 5. Well underway. Missed last night's broadcast. Be sure to tune, go click over on the videos after tonight's action and see the broadcast from Long Beach Street Circuit, where the 91 of Jackson Allen found his way to victory lane. Alex Bottom at 86 has led his 11th lap here tonight. Kevin Hash holding on to that second spot. 88 of Josh Ball riding in third. Raymond Rittenauer in that 87 machine. Fourth in line, and 84 Christopher Gale. Riding in the 5th spot. Outside of him, the 05 Texas native of Bailey Curry. Last 2 rows, double foul. As the injured 63 machine gives way to your leaders. 86. Playing peekaboo on the speedway. Connection trouble. He has got that stabled. Camera didn't know quite where to look. Laps clicking away. 24 on the board. 17 to go. Alex Bottom with 24 laps since he's been pit side. About 13 laps for the rest of the field. Fastest lap of the race came on lap 6 of the 45. 8:59 for Kevin Hash. 3 lead changes so far. Alex Bottom still holding on. He'll come around this time to lead his 14th lap. And we'll have 15 to go. Curry able to hold it outside of that 96. Jason Ridebush not able to make up any ground on anyone else. 84, Christopher Gale steps out of line. So will Tressenant. They'll have a 3-car pack on the top side. They pull their way up through to the front of this field 2 by 2. Working their way down the back straightaway. 86, Alex Bottom gonna have to give up the lead come pit side in that Toyota machine. Everybody gonna give him room. He'll get quickly out of the way on the binders. If he can make it cleanly to pit road, he will. Unfortunately, all by his lonesome, no drafting help for him. And I'll hand the lead back over to your pole sitter of tonight's action, the 03 of Kevin the Hash. And Curry in danger of losing that draft as he slipped back a little bit. 48 of Matt Cherry coming off of pit road. I leave 8 cars on the lead lap for the moment. Next car in danger of going down a lap is the 86 of Alex Bottom. Currently a single car by himself. Won't take long for these guys in the draft to run him down. See them there on the top side of the screen. Ten to go this time by through the tribal for the 03 of Kevin Hash. Driver out of Woodlawn, Virginia. Premier Series champion. Bottom able to snag in on the tail end of this lead pack. It'll help Bailey Curry keep the draft there. Curry riding in that 7th spot. Final car on the lead lap. Oh 03, 87, 88, 96 coming pit side. This time by 84 Christopher Gale stays out with the bottom machine. 86 machine. Everybody makes it on the pit road cleanly. Now everybody files off. Your leader, the 84 Christopher Gale, out on the speedway. In the 88, 86 of Alex Bottom. Josh Ball make it out first. And the Curry in a little trouble getting out of his pit stall. He'll be the last to leave. '84 Christopher Gale, he'll give up the lead and head down pit side. Big run for Kevin Hash. He'll look to the outside of Josh Ball. Can't quite clear him, and Josh Ball will do some good defensive driving and drive that 03 up the speedway. Oh, make contact. Kevin Hash hard on the outside wall. 87 of Rittenauer, maybe contact with the 88 as well. '03 may have suffered severe damage as we are down to 7 laps to go. Creeping up on the tail end of the 84, Christopher Gale. They will go around the outside of that machine. Gale going to tag in on the rear end of this draft. Tough break for the 03 of Kevin Hash. Six laps to go. Josh Ball leads. Ray Rittenauer, Jason Ridebush, Tristan Ott, Christopher Gale, Kevin Hash, and Bailey Curry. Alex Bottom, Matt Cherry, Adam Schroen, the top 10. Five to go this time by. Jason Ridebush from the 10th position, sitting third right now. Christopher Gale, he's ready to make a move back there. He'll go to the outside of Ott. Nothing cooking back there for the moment. Cost him some momentum on the racetrack. Spread the distance out between he and the 96 just a bit. He'll drop back in line, quickly close the gap with 4 to go. Ridebush looks to the outside. He'll put Ott and Gale behind him. Rittenauer looks like he'll stay in line. Now Ott will choose to go back to the bottom. So will Gale. Put Ridebush out in no man's land. He'll fall back into the tail end of this lead pack. Three to go. Josh Ball gonna have to throw the block. Not gonna be able to block the whole racetrack. Already having to do it with 3 laps to go. That time doing a fairly good job of fending off that 87. Tina Tressa not going to let Raymond Rittenauer back down. Rittenauer going to lose 2 spots. He'll quickly tuck in line. Bullhorns are in the air, popsicle sticks from the flag stand. 2 to go as they make their way down the back straightaway. Ott trying to make a way around, but the back deck lid of that 88 machine is ever wide as he'll keep them covered. Can he do it? One more lap. Out of the 87, Rittenauer trying to get a second lane going. Final lap. And Josh Ball fended off the 15 of Tressenant. And the rest of these is 2x2 back there with Christopher Gale and Raymond Rittenauer, allowing the front 2 to pull away just a bit. Josh Ball, chest moves back and forth into turn 3. Has them covered in an 88 Nationwide Chevrolet. Can he hold them off through the tri-oval? And he will. Duel number 1. Congratulations, Josh Ball in the 88. Tressenant, Christopher Gale, P3. Get a word there from the winner. Just a moment. He'll stop on joining me in the booth now, the driver of the 88 Nationwide machine, winning duel number 1 here tonight. Made that car wide as it could be a few times, holding off the 87 of Raymond Rittenauer there first, and then fending off Tressenant there at the end. Congratulations on picking up duel number 1.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, you know, this aero package is so much different than what we've been used to in the past. So, it's, you know, the runs are so much different than the way that you can stop a run is so much different as well. So it's a whole lot about just trying to learn how everything is going to be changed here at the super speedways.
Yeah, it seemed like they didn't take too kindly to bumping, and it seemed like if 2 cars got any kind of side draft, they just sucked together. This was my first experience with this new package, which, you know, that side draft is, in my past experiences, you know, if you're out there on that second lane, you know, that was your friend. Kind of get down and hug those guys at the bottom as close as you could. And now it looks like the first doing that's going to be the quickest way to get you out of the race.
Yeah, I mean, it I was just watching the whole race. I was trying to work with, I didn't really have too many teammates in the race, but they got kind of knocked out early. But I was just kind of trying to stay with Kevin and Ray, and unfortunately, at some point you do have to try to go for the win. And I don't know if it was netcode between me and Kevin or not, but I apologize if it wasn't. I was not trying to hit him at all, but it's just that side draft thing, and then Ray got shuffled there at the end, so it was just kind of just trying to keep out front, really.
I tell you couldn't have picked two better guys to work with all night. When those two guys get together and throw in Matt Quick, they're hard to beat. And definitely going to be interesting the rest for Duel number 2. And definitely when we get everybody together next week and see how these things really react. Congratulations once again. And I know it'll be a little bit easier to watch Duel number 2.
Yeah, thanks, and good job to everybody else out there, and hopefully we learn some more before we start up next week.
All right, man. Congratulations once again. Hope to see you soon.
Thanks.
Alrighty, that was your winner, Josh Ball. Gonna take a quick moment, switch over to number 2. Stick with us. We'll be right back here on the Iron Thunder Racing League Network. Welcome back to Daytona. About 6 minutes and 55 seconds left here in the warm-up for duel number 2. And we will come back at you with some green flag action. I'll let you watch here as we ride on board the 2, or a look at the 2 of Justin White. Give us about 60 seconds. We'll be right back as we do some camera adjustments. We live here on the Iron Thunder Racing Network. Here we go. 6 open cars trying to make it in. Starting on the front row, the 91 of Jackson Allen to his outside of the 21 of Sam Green. Row number 2, the 74 Brian Wortman to the outside, the 52 of George Belfons Jr. Row number 3, the 35 of Sawyer out to the inside to his outside, the 6 of Kyle Woodham. Row number 4, the 09 of Dave Matson to the inside, to the outside, the 2 of Justin White. Your 9th and 10th place qualifiers, Ryan Piplinski and Matt Hendricks. 11th and 12th, Chad Nelson, Paul Smith. 13th and 14th will be Brandon Klusterhoos, Manning Gregory, Alex Little, Matt Klusterhoos. 15th and 16th. 17th, Elaine Hughes starting shotgun on the field. The 19 of Uncle Don, Donald Sadusky. $10 to the winner here, thanks to Matt Hendricks. The Holla Duel number 2, set to go green. 40 laps, 1 set of tires in the pits. Good looking 52 machine, the Belfons racing machine. We're getting ready to go green flag. Last night's winner, the 91 of Jackson Allen, to his outside, Sam Green, as he'll shoot for a championship this year. A bobble out of the 2 of Justin White, but he'll keep that machine pointed in the right direction as the field barrels off into turn number 1. Side by side, door handle at the front of the field. It's Allen and Green at the front. Green with a good push from the 52 of George Belfons Jr. He'll deposit himself in front of the 91 and take over the lead here early out of turn number 4. Sam Green gonna lead them. A little bobble there from the 74 Wortman. But first lap on the board. Totally different racing than what we're used to here at Daytona. Oh, we see that little bump there from the 91 that upset that 21 Proton Mail Ford Mustang so much in the front end. That'll allow the 91 to pull side by side. I'll have to watch and see these guys can successfully side draft on that outside. Looks like most of the field is still 2x2. 35 of Sawyer out, taking it back from the dirt on Bristol. Join us tonight. After having a sub-in driver last night, Mr. John Schwackert doing a well of a job. Have put 4 laps on the board. See the 6 of Kyle Weatherman hanging on the outside there of that 21 of Sam Green as they battle for that 3rd spot. Oh, caution on the speedway. 16 and a 5. Alex Little, heavy damage on that machine. 5 pointed in the wrong direction. Go from the blimp. Take a look at the 5 and 16. 27 car having connection issues. Look like netcode from the 69 up into the 5. Nowhere to go for Alex Little in the 16. Fortunately, he has towed to the infield. Leader now catching up to the pace car. In the first caution of the night, lap 6 of 40. 35 to go. Coming back to the green flag, George Belfons Jr. 21 is Sam Green. And the green flag is back out, and we are cruising again here in duel number 2. Belfons Jr. leading them down the back straightaway. 21 of Sam Green falling back on that outside. All the way back to the 69 of Matt Hendricks in that 10th spot. Weatherman tucked in close behind the 52 of George Belfons Jr. .31 circuits remaining, 10 on the board. First pack getting away from the second pack here. 2 packs. Caution out again. Oh, tough ride there. It was like the 27 Gregory. Goes up the racetrack. Oh, nowhere to go for the 91 of Jackson Allen. That 21 landed right on the hood of that machine. On board with Jackson Allen. To turn number 2. Sam Green hard in the outside wall. Workman going to get a piece of it and landing right on the hood. Looks like minimum damage. On that 91, right front damage. Takers on pit road. Looks like the 52. Oh, Belfon's gonna stay out. Belfon's going to stay out. Continue to be your leader. followed by the 19 of Donald Sadusky. And we're back green. Sadusky on the outside, Belfon's on the inside. Restart under review from the scoring tower. Will relay any information given to us. '69 of Matt Hendricks will have to give up position to the 37. He will for changing lanes before the start finish line. Position is given up for the Strut Masters. 37 of Ryan Peplinsky. Penalty clear for the 69 of Matt Hendricks. George Belfons Jr. continues to lead. Chad Nelson to the back deck lid of the 35 Fort Worth screen printing machine. Oh, Sawyer out with a big run up to the back deck lid. He'll hold it right there in line with the 72 with a good push. Donald Sadusky's fell back. With car in line on the bottom. 21 of Sam Green. Making a push. You have to take that back. That is the 12, Paul Smith, Cosmic Motorsports teammate. Jackson Allen around. 29, Elaine Hughes involved. Back it up just a bit here. Just a tap. Justin White, nowhere to go for him. Alex Little getting on the binders there in that 16 machine after receiving the lucky dog. Excuse me, not Alex Little. $25 of Brendan Klooster, who's on board with him. See this unfold. Like he may have barely come in contact. No damage for Brendan. That all gas TV Chevrolet. Another look at your leader, George Belfons Jr. $18 on the board, 23 to go from Daytona International Speedway. This is number 2. Oh, Belfons getting a fake out there from the 35 as Ott will stay out onto the racing surface. Getting ready for green. 35 Sawyer out, gonna lead them. 20 to go. Brendan Clouseau, after squeaking by that incident right now in that second spot, behind the 35 of Sawyer out. Exactly what happened. On the restart, no caution. Coming to 18 to go for the 35 of Sawyer out. 25, Brendan Clouseau, 69, Matt Hendricks. Will we see them keep her single file until the last few laps? When and who will make the move? We shall see. Get ready to put 24 on the board. $25 down, 10 to go. But right now, content riding single file. Except for the 37 of Ryan Petbolinski. He's working the outside of Belfon's. Back in the 8th spot. Ott, closer to who's Hendricks, Nelson, Sadusky, your top 5. Paul Smith, George Belfons Jr., Ryan Pepelinski, Manning Gregory, and Brian Wertman, your top 10. Once again, I want to give a big shout out to Footwear Screen Printing for becoming the title sponsor of the Anthony Racing League Premier Series. For all your screen printing promotional items, check them out at Footwear Screen Printing. Free shipping on anything over $100 bill. You got a need, they'll do their best to take care and fill it. Lap car as the field goes around on the outside. We'll get 11 to go this time by 11 laps remaining. George Belfons Jr., the 52, working the outside of that 19, Sadusky, for that 5th spot. Belfons, oh, they almost touch. Much net code we've seen at the beginning of this race and our first duel. Those cars get that close together, just about spells disaster. 37 of Ryan Pepelinski was looking a little dangerous. 32 of Chad Nelson stepped out to the outside, up into no man's land as he goes backwards. Field comes up on the 16 of Alex Little. We are inside 10 to go. 10 laps remaining here. Nine to go. Right now, other go or go homers. What I'm hearing, only one that we know for certain as a run right now that will not make the Lucky Dogs Daycare 250 is a 29 of Elaine Hughes. Car was a go or go homer. As they run right now on the speedway. she will not make the race. Keep you updated on any other driver. Matt Klusterhuis, which is scored in the 18th and final position, would be one of those drivers, but he will not be in contention. Not able to make next week's Daytona 250, presented by Lucky Dogs Doggy Daycare. Out getting some laps in this new package. We're down to 7 to go, and everybody's still content to ride right now. We'll get 6 laps to go. Excuse me. Yeah, 6 laps to go this time by 35 of 40 on the board. Belfons Jr. flirting with the outside lane. He'll tuck her back in. See a little bit of damage to that Sadusky 19. As open fist from the flagman. 5 laps remaining. Who's going to make the first move? You can Sawyer out, hold him off. Just as Josh Ball did in duel number 1. Out of turn number 4. 4 fingers down from the flagman, 4 laps to go. $35, $25, $69 pit road. 72 coming pit side. Here they come, on cleanly. Leader 19 is Sadusky. Three laps to go. Ryan Peplinski, I believe, one of those go or go home cars, sitting in the 3rd spot. Can Uncle Don hold him off? Bullhorns in the air, popsicle sticks out of the flag stand. 2 to go for 19 O'Donnell Sadusky. Remember that little bit of nose damage on that machine. Can Paul Smith capitalize on that? Bonds Jr. back there in 4th, waiting on a mistake from somebody. Out of turn number 4. White flag, the 1 lap brag, high in the air. 1 more circuit remaining for Donald Sadusky. Who's going to mount the charge? Who will it be? Where will it be? 12 of Paul Smith. still tucked in behind the 19 of Sadusky. Single file down the back straightaway. Slower car in the 27 of Gregory, just up ahead. Stepping out is the 12. He'll just fall back in line. Winner of duel number 2, the 19 of Uncle Don, Donald Sadusky. Been a while since we've had Don up in the booth. Definitely will be a pleasure to have him. Keep you in view of the 19. Alphonse Jr. congratulates. Remembering Ryan on the hood of that machine, as always, for Donald Sadusky. '27 of Menon Gregory and Elaine Hughes will not make the Daytona 250. Alrighty, been a long time coming here. Finally got Donald Sadusky back up here in the booth from Victory Lane. Good pit strategy there to bring her home. P1, congratulations and welcome back to Victory Lane.
Oh, you don't know how good this feels, man. Honestly, it's been a while. It's been a while. This is the start. This is the start of the new season, season 6, man. So I feel pretty good for this season coming up. So it's been a long time, man, for ITRL. Man.
I tell you, you know, a guy who likes to run quite a few of the restrictor plate races. We're coming into this season totally different. We saw in duel number 1. You know, my experience running these plate races, being on it outside, the advantage you had was able to side draft those guys on the bottom of you, get them, you know, get close to them as you could, hold them down to the bottom. And we saw in duel number 1, anybody that got side by side and got any bit of a side draft, netcode just totally eliminated all racing whatsoever. And it seems like going back to the old blown piston racing days where you couldn't even touch the bumper of a race car. Seems like that's starting to play out just a little bit. But you guys in this second duel were able to really put on a good show here. And y'all had some runs moving and could see some guys stopping some runs, but y'all were giving each other the room you needed out there on the speedway.
Yeah, this race too, it was pretty good, and I actually didn't expect to win this. I think I had to pass, I think 4 drivers or something just to get in. I had to race my way in to Daytona, but yeah, I started 21st, man, and I had no clue that I was gonna try, but just with this new package, man, it's tough. And once you get out in that, you know, that outside, man, you can't do anything. You know, even if you have help, it's hard. You start falling back.
And luckily for you, you know, Paul didn't seem to put up too much of a fight there. And we see Josh Ball in duel number 1 had to fend him off and a lot like we see in real life, working that faster lane, getting in front of that car, stopping those runs. Something that we've seen previous packages people try to do, and it always ended in disaster because of the closing rate. Now it seems like iRacing's got that closing rate about spot on. We'll just have to go and work on these bumper tags just a little bit.
Yeah, amen on that. I think what saved me, Chris, up was the car in front of me. I don't know who was in front of me, the lap car or whatever, but that's what actually got me away from Paul. He couldn't keep up with me because I got in that draft. That's what pulled me away from him a little bit.
And two, starting as soon as those guys pulled off, I noticed a little bit of front end damage on your car, and was still, able to, usually with that much damage, the guy behind you would be able to capitalize just a bit, get on that outside. But fortunately, Paul never tried to make the move, and like you said, right there at the end, had that lap car kind of come in and take away what little bit of hurt was coming from that damage, and tonight was just meant to be. And like you said, it's a new season, and we got big momentum on your side, and hopefully good things to continue to come. Good luck next week, and glad to have you back up here in the booth.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you, Chris, and thanks for what you do, Sawyer, for running the league. It's just season 6. It's a fun league, man. I'll tell you one thing: the drivers in this league it's competitive, man, big time. It's hard. It's not easy, I'll tell you that.
Most definitely. We appreciate you running with us, and look forward to hopefully talking to you next week. Good luck, man.
All right. Thank you, sir. Have a good night.
You too.
Thank you.
Righty, that was your Duel 2 winner. Uncle Don Sadesky, Paul Smith, and Ryan Peplinski. Bring her home second and third. George Belfons Jr. fourth. Fifth will be Brendan Klusterhoos. Saudi Rock 6th. Brian Workman 7th. 8th. Matt Hendricks. 9th. Chad Nelson. 10th. Justin White. Lucky Dogs. Doggy Daycare 250 from Daytona. Next Tuesday night, green flag will fall at 9:05. So we will officially get season 6 underway next Tuesday night on Tuesday Night Thunder. We appreciate all the drivers for showing up tonight and participating, and we look forward to seeing you all back here next Tuesday night. 9 p.m. we'll go live. I believe 9:05 of the green flag should fall. No qualifying next week, as we just took care of that here tonight in Duel 1 and Duel 2. Congratulations to Josh Ball, Duel 1 winner, and Donald Sadusky in Duel number 2. We will be back at you next Tuesday night. Y'all keep showing up. We'll keep showing out.